Welcome back to GeoJourney Explorers. Science can explain anything, but not everything. Have you ever looked around and wondered about the mysteries our planet holds? From shimmering bioluminescent beaches to enigmatic rock formations that defy logic, Earth is a treasure trove of perplexing places that leave scientists scratching their heads. Today, we embark on a journey to unravel the enigma of such locations that continue to baffle researchers worldwide. But before we delve into the depths of the unknown and explore the secrets of our mysterious planet, make sure to subscribe to our channel. In the heart of Venezuela lies Lake Maracaibo, a place that's been important to locals for ages. But what makes it really stand out is something called Catatumbo Lightning, or the everlasting storm. Basically, almost every night, the sky above the lake lights up with tons of lightning bolts. It's like a light show that goes on for hours, up to 10 hours a night actually, for around half the year. And you can see it from miles away, making the whole area look kinda surreal. Now, scientists have been trying to find out why this happens for a long time. Some think it's because warm, wet air from the Caribbean Sea meets cooler air from the Andes Mountains. Others say it's because of oil and minerals under the lake, but whatever the reason, one thing's for sure. Catatumbo Lightning is a big deal in Venezuela. It's not just a cool sight. It's been a lifesaver for sailors, helping them navigate tricky waters. And it's also inspired a lot of local art and music, so while it might be a mystery, it's definitely left its mark on Venezuelan culture. Have you heard of the Zone of Silence in Mexico? It's this wild place in the desert where all sorts of weird stuff happens. It is a remote spot in the Chihuahuan Desert, stretching across about 1,500 square miles. It's like your typical desert scene, with rocks and cacti everywhere, but it's got a twist. People say that when you're there, electronics go haywire, like radios just stop working out of the blue. Some folks even claim to have seen strange lights in the sky, adding to the mystery. Some think it's because of the minerals and magnets in the ground messing with radio waves. Others go even wilder, saying it's aliens or ghosts causing the ruckus. But here's the thing. Despite all the investigations, nobody's really cracked the case. The Zone of Silence remains a puzzling place, sparking curiosity and wonder. Maybe one day we'll unlock its secrets and find out why this remote desert spot is so darn strange. Next up, we have this funky place on the Curonian Spit, a sandy area that sticks out into the Baltic Sea. What's so cool about it? Well, the trees there are like no other. This is the dancing forest in Russia. Instead of standing tall and straight like most pine trees, these ones twist and turn in all sorts of wacky shapes. Some look like they're doing a dance, while others seem to be bowing or reaching out. It's like something out of a fairy tale. Now, scientists have tried to figure out why these trees grow so strangely, but it's still a mystery. One idea is that the strong winds from the sea sculpt them into these weird shapes over time. The sandy soil and unique weather might have something to do with it too. But here's the twist. Most forests with odd-shaped trees have a simple explanation. Not this one. Each tree in the dancing forest is different, which makes it even more puzzling. So while we're not quite sure why these trees dance to their own beat, one thing's for sure, they make for one heck of a sight. If you are enjoying this journey so far, make sure you don't miss out on the next one by subscribing to our channel. In Saudi Arabia, there's a mysterious sight that would leave you amazed. It's called Al Naza Rock, standing tall at about 20 feet high and 30 feet wide, made of solid sandstone. What's so strange about it? Well, first off, it's split right down the middle with such precision that it looks like it was done by human hands. Some folks even think ancient technology might be behind it, but there's no solid proof of that. Geologists, on the other hand, believe it's all down to natural forces working over millions of years. Things like tectonic shifts, erosion, and weathering likely caused the rock to crack along its fault lines, creating this unique split. Still, it's hard not to be amazed by this giant stone standing there so perfectly. People flock to see it, wondering if it might topple over one day, even though it's been standing strong for centuries. Plus, being in a region rich with history, it's possible this rock played a part in ancient rituals or ceremonies. But like many mysteries, the full story of Al Na'aza Rock remains to be uncovered. In the remote deserts of Mauritania, West Africa, lies a massive geological wonder known as the reshot structure, sometimes called the Eye of the Sahara. It's this giant, circular dip in the ground, about 25 miles wide. From up above, it looks like a big bullseye. Now, scientists used to think it was made by a meteorite crashing down from space, but turns out it's actually something called a dome, or an anticline. This means that over millions of years, the Earth's crust slowly pushed up, bending and folding the rocks into this circular shape. But here's where it gets tricky. The center of the bullseye has puzzled scientists for ages. They thought maybe erosion from wind and water made it, but recent research suggests something else: volcanic activity followed by a collapse. So while we've got some ideas, we're still not entirely sure how this giant eye came to be. But one thing's for sure, it's one of the coolest natural formations on Earth, so unique that some folks even think it looks like the surface of Mars. In Norway's Howen Valley, there's something strange that lights up the sky, the Howen Lights. These glowing orbs or flashes have been puzzling folks for decades. Picture this: shimmering lights floating and darting around in the dark. Now, while some say they've seen these lights since the 1930s, they really gained attention in the early 1980s. And get this, they show up regularly, with some folks claiming to see them every single night. Scientists have tried to figure out what's behind these mysterious lights. Some think it might be gas or plasma caused by rocks deep in the ground. Others say it could be something called piezoelectricity, where stress on minerals creates an electric charge. But here's the thing, we're still not sure. Even with fancy equipment like cameras and radars, the exact cause remains a mystery. Still, the Howen Valley has become a hotspot for UFO fans and curious tourists. And even if we do crack the case one day, it'll likely keep drawing folks fascinated by the unknown. In the town of Teum, New Mexico, there's something peculiar that not everyone hears: the Teum. It's like a low rumbling noise, kind of like a distant engine or a deep bass from a speaker. People who hear it often say they feel vibrations and get a bit uneasy. Now, this mystery goes way back to the early 1990s, when folks in Teum started complaining about this weird noise. Over the years, it got a lot of attention, even from scientists and government agencies. They tried all sorts of tests, but no one could figure out where it's coming from. Some folks thought maybe it's from factories or military stuff nearby, but nothing adds up. Others say it could be natural, like earthquakes or underground water moving around. But here's the thing. For those who hear it, the Teum can really mess with their lives. It keeps them up at night and stresses them out. Until we crack the case, folks who hear the hum can only hope for some peace and quiet elsewhere. And that wraps up our journey for today. We took you to the most mysterious places on Earth. Please drop a comment about your favorite spot from this video. And before you click off, help us by liking this video and subscribing to our channel. Thanks for watching.